certain things that happen that don't make sense. But you gotta follow the spirit, man. And we seen that happen. It'd be situations that look hairy, and it's true. You know, it'd be a situation that logically looks bad, like, and you only got one other option in your mind, but something else is telling you, nope, sit your ass still.
Yeah.
And the Most High always take care of it, man.
Do what's right, man. Do what's right in the spirit. You go off your first mind. Your first mind is normally your correct mind.
Or how they say, the first mind of your gut feeling.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
You know what I'm saying, man? It be times that you know you want to do something. You know you want to do something, but in your gut, it's telling you, man, don't go over there. Don't do that shit. Or a lot of times I'll be riding and I'll say something in my head. I'll be like, nah, don't go over there. You don't know how niggas is acting. And then you don't go over there, and then you hear, oh, so-and-so got shot. Or it was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes, you know what I'm saying, the Most High might show you a situation that could possibly become bullshit, but he bring you through it. But man,
Yeah, I was just about to say that, bro. We have a situation happen, you know. Who the hell? We ain't trusting in nobody else but Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. As for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. You know.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance.
And it says our pure minds, okay? Because at a point we all had this truth, man. At a point, this truth was flourishing. At a point, everybody was in their right mind, man. But over time, through generation to generation, our people got worse. We start forgetting who we were. We start forgetting where the hell we came from and what we were supposed to do as Israelites. Okay? But hey, he said, "Thou stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance," because these things are in you. You just need that push, man. You need something to remind you this is where you come from. This is you right here.
And it's beautiful that it said your pure minds by way of remembrance, because everybody don't got a pure mind. Only the elect is gonna have that pure mind that be able to recognize, you know what I'm saying, the game that's being kicked to them by way of remembrance. You are of the house of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. A reprobate mind is not going to receive that. Verse 2, that ye may be mindful of the words which are spoken before by the holy prophets.
Right, so all these, like, for those that say the Old Testament don't matter, that's a cut, man. Because the apostles, our forefathers, the prophets, when they taught certain things, when they said certain things, they didn't know what the hell they were saying. The Most High had the Spirit on them. But it said these things, he had these things wrote for us. Read it again, bro. Yeah.
That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets.
Yeah, not to put these words away. Not to say, oh, that was Old Testament. You're supposed to keep these words. It said to be mindful of these things. When you're mindful of something, you're paying attention to it. You're giving some type of heed to it. You're bringing it to mind, man.
When they was writing the New Testament, you think they was just going off of face value? No. Everything is referenced off the Old Testament. Because they go hand in hand. It's precept on precept.
Oh, man, that's what he's supposed to go over here.
No, man, niggas is whack, dude. For real.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, brother. I'm gonna grab something real quick. Because, hey, I'm sorry, bro. This is Galatians chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Hamashiach unto another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Yahweh Shai. So pretty much, the same words that's been spoken by the prophets, ain't nothing changed. You have certain men amongst Israel that decided to go about it their own way, man. And what did they do? It became popular amongst America. It became popular amongst Israel. This here that we're doing was overshadowed by the bullshit that's pushed out through the world, man. This is the same. This gospel been here, man. These same laws, statutes, and commandments, they've been here, man. These same ways of life that you see in Proverbs, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Joel, Daniel, so on and so forth, they've been here, man. But you got our people in America, in Babylon, they going in these churches, they got these pastors in there selling them a dream.
God damn.
You got these pastors out here selling them a dream. Man, I ain't never seen that shit happen.
They don't like that, boys.
But this is the same gospel, the same truth that's been here, man. They said heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away.
God.
So what make you think it's all right to do the shit you doing now, man? So the same thing you see niggas doing, and niggas are out of control, man. See, that's for another day. We'll go back to that.
That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets. 2 Peter 3 and 2. That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and of the commandment, and the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust.
Yeah, there's coming the last days scoffers, walking in their own lust, man. And that's beautiful that it said that, man, because that goes into what we were saying. You got people that like Polite, that's a scoffer, man. That's chief scoffer, Nate is chief scoffer, man. All right? No, actually, let me fall back again. Baloo, yeah, that's the spirit of a scoffer, man. And I bullshit you not. You go on this page, he has a video where he starts off from the scoffing headquarters, man. And the scoffers are here to try to what? To divert Israel from getting this truth, man. That's their main focus. That's their main job, man. To get that goes in the book of Acts, man, where they had grievous wolves that were making their own congregation to follow after them, and they were teaching nonsense. So that's a version of a scoffer as well, man. And these days you have many scoffers walking around, and you have Jake is scoffers, walking by here talking smack, man. You are scoffers, man.
Riding by, yelling out the windows. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool, man, because like the word just said, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what you just got your judgment. This is your opportunity. Our hand is out. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Shai's hand is out through us. And you just spit in our face. So you spit in his face. Dig your own grave. Verse 4. And saying, where's the promise of his coming?
Yeah, because according to the scoffers, we were supposed to be out of here in the year 2000. Man, hey, we hastening the day, bro. We know the Lord coming. It says as much necessary patience in seeking the Lord. It says, blessed are ye that wait upon me. So what? That means the Lord's still coming, man.
According to the scoffers, it's always been rumors of war and earthquakes in diverse places.
And it's going to be that way until the Most High has things kicked off. And he is coming back following all these different prophecies, man. That's what we are here to, we are here to debunk that scoffer madness, that scoffer doctrine, man. Yahweh Shem Shai is coming in this generation, man. Whether you believe it or not, whether you want to accept it. Yahweh Shem Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus, it's coming back in this lifetime, man.
Cars. You guys got any cars in your where you guys be hanging out and stuff?
No, we don't have any cars. We normally out here on Sundays. Between 5 to 7-ish. I can give you a couple YouTube pages to go to.
Yeah, I be watching y'all on YouTube. Man.
Okay.
I see y'all out here putting that work for real.
Come out here on Sundays, man. Bring a notepad. Come out here on Sundays.
I've been over the young friend that watching the Hebrew. I've been watching for the last couple of months.
All right.
That's what's up, bro.
All right,
man. Take it easy.
All right.
Thing, I mean, but Jake waking up, man. A lot of people were starting like, oh, Israel. Like, that's what I was thinking that when I was just at the stoplight. Like, I was down there, I'm like, damn, you can see the sign, from feet away, so there ain't no excuse, man. You know what I'm saying? But, the Lord gonna have whoever wake up to wake up to it, man. That's the beautiful part of it. The more people that wake up, the more people take heed, the closer we get the fuck out of here.
Second Peter chapter 3, verse 4, and saying, "Where's the promise of His coming? For since the fathers..."
And the reason why they say, "Where's the promise of His coming?" For one, because they think it's taking too long. For two, they think we out here doing this for no reason. We out here just wasting our time. All right. When they fail to follow the proper protocol, which is the prophecy, man.
What y'all do at night?
Yeah, what you doing? Jake. You have some Jake that are hip to this. But you have most of Jake is dead out here, man. Asking what y'all doing. That's irrelevant, man. How is that gonna get anybody in this piece salvation? In my personal life at night. How is that gonna get you salvation? How's it gonna get me salvation?
Or even edification. Break it down to that. For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. And us falling asleep is losing our heritage. We lost our heritage because we went off from following the Lord. That's a punishment. That's why we went through all the slavery, the mass death, the disease, being under the so-called white man. That's our punishment. That's why we had to fall asleep. But we waking up out of this nightmare now. Like the brother said, man, Jake waking up.
It's also falling asleep is also dying too, because the prophets that was then, they here reincarnated now, but it ain't like being that Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, that they died, that the prophecies is dead. It still continues, man. Okay, it still continues because that's why they always had understudies, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They had, the Lord always had, the Lord always had a man to pretty much take that position. And then that led into us, losing our heritage as well. And then getting it back, man.
Well, let's get on the chapter, bro, because we was just saying that, bro. Something alluded to that. Go back to the, I think it's like verses 2 and 3.
Yeah. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 2. That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets.
So you may be mindful of things, just like the brother was saying, man. The prophets were speaking these words, and these words still here, man. These words ain't passed away. These words are still relevant, man. These words still hold power, man, to our salvation. Just like the brother was saying, man. I just want to get that point just to land back off of that, brother.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 5. Well, I'll read back and forth. And saying, where's the promise of His coming?
If these words that were spoken before the prophets didn't matter, then why is Esau going so hard in the paint to break them all, man? Esau is doing everything he can in his power, man, to turn all the scriptures upside down. To turn all the laws upside down, man.
And saying, where's the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, but that by the word of the power of heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
Yeah, the world being overflowed with water that perished was the world. It was a wicked world. It was a wicked generation, man. And the world wiped them out. The times of Noah, the world wiped them out, man. Why? Because they was doing wickedness. And because they were willingly doing wickedness. And they were scoffing at the prophet, man. You know? It ain't gonna rain. We never seen rain.
Rain?
Lo and behold,
What is
the
rain?
Lord flood the whole earth, man.